3 weeks ago, I posted a video called Rereading My Childhood Favorite. And at the end of the video, I asked you guys what your favorite book used to be when you were little. So let's pause for a second. Close your eyes and think, little you, library day, what was the book that you grabbed over and over again? Your childhood favorite. This commenter said, hands down, Harry Potter. And I bet a lot of you guys were thinking the same exact thing. But I can't relate. I've never read Harry Potter and I've never even seen the movies. But this commenter would erase their mind to experience the book again. And that really makes me want to read it. So in today's video, I'll be reading Harry Potter for the very first time. But wait, before we start, I have a challenge for you guys. While you watch this video, try to guess which Hogwarts house you think I would belong to in the comments. Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and explain why you think I'd be part of it. At the end of the video, I'm gonna take a quiz to see which house I actually belong to, and then we'll see if you guys guessed correctly. Also, let me know which house you belong to because I'd love to know. Okay, and lastly, disclaimer that in this vlog, I don't make a true effort to keep this reading vlog spoiler free. So if you've yet to read Harry Potter, and if you don't want to be spoiled, just don't watch the video. But I'll see you next week. Okay, let's see what I thought about chapter 1. I read chapter 1 at the gym today, and why do I already like it? I fear I might be understanding the hype already. I'm 6% through the book, and I see why people think it's so fun. Like, it makes sense why people are so nostalgic about this book because they loved it so much in their youth. It makes perfect sense. This book is so easy to consume, and it's so interesting, and it's like weird and funny and random, and muggles. Really? One thing I wrote down was when Mr. Dursley called his kid a little tyke. I literally thought that was a slur. Like, that sounds like a slur, but apparently it means a small child, so he's safe. But I don't know, that was so crazy. Also, it was so weird whenever Hagrid said bye to baby Harry and he like kissed him on the head and then he let out a howl like a wounded dog. What? I'm so far removed from the Harry Potter world that I literally had to look up what the title was. I'm still kind of confused about whether it's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone or Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, but I'm pretty sure one's UK version and one's America. I still don't know. What I'm reading right now is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Hopefully this is the first book. And also I put this cover because it's cute. But anyways, I'm liking the book. I'm going to the pool right now, so I'm going to read there and hopefully get a lot read so that I can give you guys an update about what I'm feeling and then hopefully a summary. Because right now, all I really know is that there's something special about Harry Potter, which I know it's because he's a wizard, right? You're a wizard, Harry. But all we really know is that he just got dropped off by a man in a purple cloak that has like a really long beard. I forget what his name is. Gandalf? Did I make that up? I don't know. He just got dropped off by him and then 2 other people in purple cloaks. One of them was the one that I just said, Hagrid. Well, I'm so sorry. It seems like I'm making this up, but I'm genuinely not. I don't know what's going on right now, but I know that baby Harry was dropped off at the porch of his aunt and uncle that we've been reading about, and obviously they're like super annoying, like kind of horrible people. So I cannot imagine what they're going to do to little Harry, but I guess we'll see. So I will update you guys as soon as I'm able to. I'll see you guys at the pool. For one, I know I said I was gonna read at the pool. Didn't read at the pool at all. I was just talking to my friend the whole time. And I honestly needed that. I feel like I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself to have my YouTube channel do well, and it's not doing as good as I thought it would be by now. Like, the goals I had set, some random arbitrary goals that I had set in my mind aren't being met, and it's making me feel super lost. And I think that's just something that I've been feeling already aside from YouTube, just like having graduated from college and trying to figure out what I want to do and who I even am. I just want to be vulnerable because if my content stops or you see a lull in my content or I'm doing different things, like I'm trying to start posting shorts now to help with discoverability. So if you start seeing shorts pop up on your page, like that's why. And I don't know, I have so many thoughts regarding that too, because I don't really like short form content. And I was even trying to distance myself from short form content. I do not use TikTok or my personal Instagram anymore because it's just so toxic for me. And I've realized that. But if I want my YouTube channel to do well, it feels like I have to rely on short form in order to get noticed. I don't know, there's just so many, I don't know. I really like filming videos and I want this to be something that I can do consistently, but money is a thing, and this YouTube channel is obviously not monetized because I don't have enough subscribers on here and I don't have enough watch hours. But if you're here, thank you so much, by the way. And if you leave comments, I really, truly appreciate you guys so much. Like, I'm literally tearing up thinking about it. Thank you so much. Oh my god, what the hell? I just have been going through a lot mentally, and it's been difficult to sort out what I want to do. I enjoy making videos, but if it's not something that I can rely on, I have to prioritize other things, and I don't want to do that, and I haven't been wanting to do that for months, and that's why I've been continuing to post, because it's so fun and I love being creative and I love commenting back to you guys. It feels so rewarding to film and edit a video and then post it and then see people interact with it. It's so gratifying, and as somebody that considers himself artistic and creative, it's so fulfilling. I feel like I could be a little bit more vulnerable about like what I'm going through, because I definitely haven't been showing it all on camera, and everything that you've seen has been real. That's definitely a part of me, all of it accurate, but I've just been like holding back some of like my more somber thoughts. So now for an update on the book, because I did read chapter 2, and for one, it's still really cute and fun, and I absolutely understand why people love Harry Potter so much. And also, it's actually insane that Harry Potter lives under the stairs. Are we about to read about a deeply traumatized young boy? Like, what is going on? His guardians are actually evil, spawn of Satan, horrible people, and I feel so bad for him. And I'm really curious to see like how they're depicted in the movie, because they're truly devious. Like, they are villains, fully withholding food from him. Like, are you actually kidding? He's like 11, or he just turned 11. He's just about to turn 11. So last time I updated, I think I was at 6%. Now I'm at 10. So I haven't made a lot of progress, but I've definitely made some. And I think it's so cute that in my version on the Kindle, there are little images for every chapter. So I just got to the letters from no one. I think I have enough information to update kind of what's going on. So obviously you guys probably already know the story. What I've gathered is that Harry Potter's parents were killed by possibly Voldemort. So since Harry has no parents, the wizard that found him, I don't know what his name is, the one with the long beard, found him and took him to the Dursleys because that's his aunt. But now we're starting to get magical letters from somebody that I'm assuming is going to invite Harry to the wizard school, which I don't remember what it's called. But I think this is really just like a coming of age. So I don't think there's a true plot, but it's definitely entertaining. And we're just following this little kid Harry live his life. And I'm assuming we're going to eventually see him navigating magic and understanding why he's able to do the things that he does. Like, it seems like magic just happens every once in a while and he doesn't know how to control it yet. But I'm assuming at the school, he will learn how to control his magic. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I really like it. Barely have started because, like I said, lots of stuff going on up here. But today I'm gonna lock in, and also let me know if this was like too much. If you were like, girl, I came here for books, like let me know in the comments. Okay, I'll see you guys later. I have been really enjoying the book. It's genuinely so impressive that the author was able to create such a magical world that's still so easy to consume. Like, it's actually crazy that little kids were reading this book and loving it, and I can totally understand why. But even as an adult, I'm finding myself really enjoying this book. It's just so much fun, and I cannot wait for Harry to get to Hogwarts. He genuinely deserves a place where he feels welcomed, because he has yet to experience that in his 11 years of life, and I feel so bad for him. So I cannot wait for him to be able to harness his magic. And yes, the "you are a wizard, Harry" line happened. I didn't know it was gonna happen this soon, but I'm pretty sure Hagrid, wait, was that his name? Yes. I'm pretty sure Hagrid is the one that said it. And Hagrid's so like gentle giant, so cute. I really like him. Oh, and also, okay. The Dursley father was like disrespecting Dumbledore, and Hagrid said Dumbledore's name or something. I don't even know. Someone said Dumbledore and it was in all caps, and all I could think of was that one old YouTube video where there's a ticking sound and then each of the Harry Potter cast like joins in on this musical ensemble. So like it's like tick, 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 Dumbledore, Ron,
Snape,
Ron,
Severus
Ron
Snape.
Weasley. Do y'all know what that is? Or do I sound crazy? I feel like I need to look it up. Bro, it's actually so insane that that's all that was playing in my head.
Hermione.
Severus Snape.
Dumbledore.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
Okay, I don't like it anymore. Who remembers that? Please Tell me if you remember that in the comments. That's literally all that plays in my head whenever they say Dumbledore. Like, I was like, oh, Dumbledore from the one YouTube video. So yeah, thought you guys should know that. Otherwise, don't have a ton to update. I'm going to read. I came to the library specifically so that I could actually feel present and read. So I plan to do that. I'm not feeling fully healed up here, but I am feeling a little bit better. I journaled a bunch yesterday and it helped me find some clarity and some new direction and goals that I want to like orient myself to so that I'm not as compulsively like fixated on my uncertain future, because I genuinely think that's what's making me freak out. It's like there are so many options and there's so much I can do, and instead of looking at that in a positive light of like, wow, look at all I can do, my brain is like, oh my god, it's like decision paralysis. It's like there's so much to do. How will I ever find enough time to do all of it? Or like, it's hard to explain, but I'm sure some of you guys relate to that. So I've just realized that I think I need to start focusing on the things that I do have right now. I need to try to ground myself and remain present so that I can appreciate things like being able to share my thoughts on YouTube. Like, I have so many pleasures and luxuries that I don't want to ignore just because my brain is telling me to focus on the negative. I think one of the main things that helps me is being outside and being present in nature. And a way that I can do that is by coming to the library and reading and going out to sit with Orangey. So I'm going to do that. Hopefully I get a lot of reading done. It is so freaking hot out here, so we'll see how long I can stand being outside, and then otherwise I'm gonna go inside and probably edit and then go home and hopefully feel accomplished for the day. Lately my days have been feeling very unaccomplished, even though I do get a lot done. Anyways, I'm rambling again. Gonna read, gonna focus on gratitude, going to try my best to be present. Okay, thank you for your support also. Love you guys so much. Wait, why is it a beautiful day? Orangey! Hi, mister. Aww, they're so hot and hungry. I'm sorry. I put water in their bowls though. Why are you following me? Oh my god. Hi, can I sit under here? Stop it. I was watching back the video and he heard me say his name in the video and he ran over here. Hi. He literally protects me. Like what? So cute. Oh. Okay. No one can tell me that bro doesn't love me. What do you mean? I'm so happy. Okay, also, I was reading and it reminded me that my Kindle has severe sun damage, but it actually is kind of cool. So basically, I think the sun like was hitting it in this clear case and making it like crackle. So now it's literally a Venom case. It's kind of epic. Right? He has black whiskers and white whiskers. Pretty odd. You're actually kidding. He is so cute. Are you thirsty, buddy? Dude, that looked so much more ideal than it actually was. It was ideal at first, and then it really started getting hot, and I really started looking tasty to those ants. I got bit probably like 6 or 7 times, and I genuinely feel so drained right now. Like I need to blast the air, so bye. It was about time I mowed the grass. Our backyard gets so crazy before we finally do it, but honestly a big part of that is because I hate having to mow over all of the beautiful native Texas plants that end up growing. I'm pretty sure it's due to the fact that I feed the birds and they end up bringing seed by accident. The only real reason I decided to rip up this plant was because it was crawling under our fence into our neighbor's yard. I literally feel so bad. I'm thinking about writing him a letter, but honestly he probably thought it was pretty too because he never complained or ripped it down. I hate hate mowing the grass so much, partially because I'm lazy, but mainly because one of my main goals in life is to be able to convert my backyard into a native Texas plant sanctuary. Because imagine that, ripping out all your grass, which relies on so much water, to replace it with drought-resistant native plants that bring pollinators and birds. It would be so beautiful. I literally want to do it so badly, but my neighbors would probably hate me. So I guess that's for another time. I just found out why they did the whole Harry Potter Bean Boozled collab, because it says in here, Harry's on the train and he just met Ron, which by the way is so cute, and he's sharing all the snacks that he just bought, and he says he opens a bag of Birdie Bott's every flavor beans, and then Ron says, you want to be careful with those. When they say every flavor, they mean every flavor. You know, you get the ordinary ones like chocolate and peppermint and marmalade, but then you can get spinach and liver and tripe. George reckons he had a booger flavored one once. Booger or juicy pear? Booger.
But I could have done it. I could have done it.
Okay.
I'm gonna end up throwing up by the end of this video.
And if y'all know about Bean Boozled, then you know that that's literally what the candy is. It's like you try a jelly bean and then it can taste like literal shit or really good. So that's actually crazy because I remember seeing the Harry Potter version at the store, but I was like, why would they pick Harry Potter? Like, that's so random. It makes sense now. Also, tan line. New character unlocked. Another one. Guys, right now in the book, a wizard hat is literally singing. A wizard hat is singing. And apparently if you put this hat on, it tells you which house you're a part of. So Ravenclaw, Gryffindor, Slytherin, or Hufflepuff. Let me know, 1, which house you're a part of, and then 2, which house you think I would be a part of, and leave it in the comments, because at the end of the video, I'm planning on taking a quiz that reveals which house I'm actually in, and then we'll see if you guessed it right. Guys, the perfect reading weather just dropped. As you guys saw, it's raining outside and I love the rain. It's my favorite weather ever. And apparently it's supposed to keep raining until 3. So I'm so here for that because I am currently 52% through the book and I'm going to have to binge it. It is so cute that Harry, Hermione, and Ron all ended up being Gryffindor because now we're getting to see them interact a lot. And I know Hermione's annoying, like she's so annoying, but she truly is me to a certain extent. Like I am kind of that type of person that's like a rule follower, or I was at least when I was in school. So I kind of like understand her. And yes, she's so annoying, but at the end of the day, she just wants to keep them safe and like she doesn't want to get in trouble. Also, I'm still loving Ron and Harry's relationship. And I don't know if I called it out, but there was a specific line in the book where Harry was sharing his food that he bought with Ron. And I genuinely teared up and I highlighted it. So let me go find it. It's when they were on the train headed to Hogwarts. And it's so simple, but it's so impactful. Harry says, "Go on, have a pasty," said Harry, who had never had anything to share before, or indeed anyone to share it with. It was a nice feeling, sitting there with Ron, eating their way through all of Harry's pasties, cakes, and candies the sandwiches lay forgotten. Like, so endearing, so cute, and I'm genuinely loving that he's able to connect to someone now, and it's through friendship, which is so upsetting that he's never experienced it up to this point, but I'm so happy for him that he now is experiencing it, and Ron genuinely seems to be such a good kid, so I just can't wait to see how their friendship develops even more. Right now, we just found out that Harry is actually an incredible broomstick rider. Like, he had never experienced it before, but he literally was a natural at it. So now his professors are like, oh my god, this is our opportunity to have Gryffindor do really well in Quidditch. Quidditch is like their football for America, you know? Like, it's like their main sport. And apparently all the houses compete against each other, and when they win a game, they get a lot of points. So obviously they want a really strong team so that their Quidditch team will do the best and gain the most points. I know nothing about sports for one, but I'm happy that Harry is getting such an important role on the team. I'm just so happy to finally see Harry getting treated in ways that he deserves. So I cannot wait to read more about that. And also, one little complaint I have is that there's so many names. We've been introduced to so many people, and I'm only 52% through, so it's kind of overwhelming at points. But I do think that the author did such a great job characterizing each person, so it's not like I'm getting confused. It's just like a name will come up and I'll be like, who is that again? And I'll have to remind myself, who are they? Because maybe they haven't been introduced to the depth that the other characters have. But other than that, I'm still having such such a great time. It's actually so funny because while I was doing my makeup, I wanted to listen to the audiobook of Harry Potter, but when I looked it up, the audiobook is like $30 or something, I'm pretty sure. But some girls made a Harry Potter audiobook for their friend, I think, because they posted it on Spotify and it's public. So I've literally listened to a couple chapters of them reading it, and it's pretty funny because they will do like voices and they'll sometimes add sound effects. I don't know, it's super wholesome, but they seem really young.
A rip near the brim opened wide like a mouth, and the hat began to sing.
I was supposed to finish the book yesterday, film and edit my intro and outro, finalize my video this morning, but that didn't happen. My mom ended up coming over, and then her, my sister, and I all went to a park, went on a little walk, and we were just appreciating nature. And I think that actually ended up being a lot better for me than what I was planning on doing. I'm a little bit behind with this YouTube video, but maybe I'll just upload it late, and I need to start accepting that my videos don't need to be on such a consistent schedule because I'm really wanting this to be free and expressive. I don't want to put too much pressure on this because then I won't be as present with my content, and I want that to be primary. So I'll see you guys when I finish the book, or if I have any updates while I'm reading this last half. I'm literally only 55%, but I have to say that Hermione and Ron are literally having an enemies to lovers pipeline already. Like, I'm calling it. They're literally going to be perfect for each other. He's just getting annoyed by her, but I know he's gonna like it. I'm at 69%. I'm about to start chapter 13, but I thought I would give a little update that, for one, the food descriptions are actually insane. I genuinely wish I could be there at Hogwarts to experience this like plethora of food, and it seems like they get a buffet of food every day. Like, my big back wants that. The food? Need. Also, point 2, the invisibility cloak sounds genuinely so cool. I want to experience that. Actually, I think I would be really freaked out by it if I looked down and my body wasn't there, but it sounds cool in theory, so need that. And then third, the freaking mirror. I don't remember what the name of it is, but you look into a mirror and it basically shows you like your deepest desires, goals that you wish you could fulfill, or like just a state of being that would make you the most happy in your mind. And so whenever Harry Potter looks into this mirror, he sees his family surrounding him because he never even got to meet his parents. They died before he was like cognizant. And then whenever Ron looks into the mirror, he sees himself as like a super successful version of himself because his brothers usually steal the spotlight from him since he's like the little runt of the family. But it was super interesting, and it made me think a little bit whenever Dumbledore saw Harry looking into the mirror, because Harry keeps sneaking down to the mirror to like talk to his family or like smile at his family, I don't know. And Dumbledore saw him watching himself and he said, "It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. Remember that." Like, 8 down, 8 down. And specifically, I feel like I needed to hear that because I think I've been so caught up in chasing the idea of a future life or chasing the idea of meeting these arbitrary goals when I should really just focus on living in the present moment, and those things will come if they're meant to, you know? Obviously, I'm fixating on this line because of everything I've been going through, but I'm shocked that something that introspective is in a kid's book. But genuinely, just how well thought out and well planned this book has been has honestly surprised me. I was not expecting to read a book on this level, and by that, I don't mean it's super crazy philosophical or something crazy like that, but this book is just delivering a lot more than I thought it would. Incredibly entertained still, having a great time, and I genuinely do still understand why people loved this book so much as a kid, because I'm really enjoying it and I'm literally 23. So I'll see you guys next time I have an update. Bye! The only thing that's bad about this book is that the chapters are so damn long. Chapter 17. It wasn't even Professor Snape. Oh, so it was Quirrell, the stuttering professor. The innocent stuttering professor that I felt so bad for. Oh, okay. I'm 93% through, so I'm about to finish. I finished reading Harry Potter. It was super fun the whole way through, but I do have some thoughts. My first main and overwhelming thought is that there wasn't a true plot line until like halfway through, and now I know the reason for the title is that there's a Sorcerer's Stone hidden within Hogwarts, and it's a stone that Dumbledore is keeping safe for his friend, and this stone gives the user the ability to turn any item into gold, and further to grant the user eternal life. So this is obviously a very valuable stone, and if Voldemort, the main villain in this Harry Potter universe gets the stone, obviously that would be bad because he would have eternal life and he can eternally be evil and horrible to everybody. But that plotline really doesn't reveal itself until like past halfway through the book. So up until that point, you're really just learning about Harry, and it's kind of a coming of age novel, which I didn't mind because I thought it was really, really entertaining. I thought that the language was really descriptive, there was good pacing, and the characterization was done nicely. Like I wasn't confusing any characters because they were all distinct enough to where it was pretty obvious who was who. But I have found that this randomness might be part of what makes a juvenile book so interesting for elementary school kids, because whenever I read The Lightning Thief, I kind of found the same thing, to where there were scenes that I was just kind of confused why they were even there, but it's really just for entertainment. And obviously the more random it is, the more entertaining it is, especially to young minds. For instance, whenever 4 kids from Hogwarts get detention, they're sent on a trip with Hagrid into the forest to find a dead unicorn because there's unicorn blood on the ground, and Hagrid thinks that a very specific person has been tracking down unicorns and killing them for their blood, which is super powerful. But also, if you take unicorn blood, you're basically cursed for the rest of your life. So it's like, should you do it? Probably not. But there's someone hidden in the woods that keeps doing it, so Hagrid and these kids go on a mission to find who is killing unicorns, and Harry ends up being split off with Malfoy, and they're actually the ones that locate the unicorn. But before they do, a man in a cloak comes up to the unicorn and starts drinking its blood in front of them, and then whenever the man realizes that the kids are there, he turns to attack them, and then a centaur jumps over Harry's head and scares the man off, fights him. I'm not really sure, but Harry is saved, and then Harry gets on the centaur's back, and the centaur takes him to safety back to Hagrid. Like, that's so random, but it was entertaining, so I kind of get it. I also found that the protections that all of these very intelligent, powerful, magical wizards placed on the room that was guarding the Sorcerer's Stone were kind of lacking, especially because they can truly do anything with their magical abilities. It was odd that the traps that they laid out to protect this super incredible, powerful stone were things that 11-year-old wizards in training were able to get through, which, yes, it made the story entertaining, the puzzles were super fun, but also that's what you had set? Like, that's what you had set? Crazy. How would they not expect an evil, more powerful wizard to get through all of those things, you know? Kind of weird. But maybe it had to do with what Dumbledore's saying, because he quotes, "After all, to the well-organized mind, death is but the next great adventure. You know, the stone was really not such a wonderful thing. As much money and life as you could want. The 2 things most human beings would choose above all. The trouble is, humans do have a knack of choosing precisely those things that are worse for them." So he kind of has a point. Like, is a stone that gives you those abilities truly the best thing that you can have? Not really. The reason why our human life is so valuable is because it's finite. Because we die in the end, that's what makes our human life so important and impactful. So that was definitely another wise take from Dumbledore. Harry also asked Dumbledore about why Quirrell wasn't able to touch him, because whenever that professor tried to touch Harry, his hands were literally burning. And Dumbledore says, "Your mother died to save you. If there's one thing Voldemort cannot understand, it's love. He didn't realize that love as powerful as your mother's for you leaves its own mark. Not a scar, no visible sign. To have been loved so deeply, even though a person who loved us is gone, will give us some protection forever. It is in your very skin. Quirrell, full of hatred, greed, and ambition, sharing his soul with Voldemort, could not touch you for this reason. It was agony to touch a person marked by something so good." That is so wholesome, and I can imagine if I was a child reading this book with the trauma that Harry has, knowing that someone that you loved so much and that is past is still looking out for you would be so reassuring as a kid, and even as an adult, so I really liked that. Overall, I'm sure you can tell that I really enjoyed this book. It was so much fun, and it did have some deep introspective moments that I did appreciate, although it was also childish and obviously written for a young audience. But I did find that the author didn't write it in overly simplistic language. It's definitely not something that screams a juvenile book, and adults can definitely find enjoyment out of it, so I understand why people still love the series so much. So I'm honestly debating rating this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars, or maybe even a 5 stars, because I really did like it. It was just really fun, and I can imagine that the movies maybe even better if they're able to adequately depict everything that she wrote about. But now, for the most anticipated part of this video, I want to see which house I would be part of if I was a wizard at Hogwarts. So if you've yet to put a guess in the comments, do it now, and then we'll see if you're right whenever I give you guys the results. We're locking in river or forest. I'm so indecisive. This is probably like the worst thing to actually happen to me. Okay, I need to not overcomplicate this and probably just like go with my gut instinct. So I clicked forest. Given the choice, would you rather rather invent a potion that would guarantee you glory, love, power, or wisdom? I would pick wisdom, I think. Which of the following would you most like to study? Mer people? That's kind of cool. Centaurs? Nah. Werewolves? Maybe. Vampires? Goblins? Hell no. Trolls? No. Ghosts? That's scary, but kind of cool. I think mer people's pretty cool because the ocean is honestly like the universe at this point. Like there's so much of it that we haven't touched yet. I feel like mer people would know. You and two friends need to cross a bridge guarded by a river troll who insists on fighting one of you before he lets all of you pass. Do you volunteer to fight? What the hell? Attempt to confuse the troll into letting all three of you pass. Yeah, probably that. Suggest that all three of you should fight. Hell no. Suggest drawing lots to decide which of you will fight. That's so fucked up. No, I would try and confuse him, definitely. I don't like fighting. 4 goblets are placed before you. Which would you choose to drink? The smooth, thick, richly purple drink that gives off a delicious smell of chocolate and plums. What the hell? The mysterious black liquid that gleams like ink and gives off fumes that make you see strange visions. Wait. The foaming, frothing, silvery liquid that sparkles as though containing ground diamonds. Ooh. The golden light so bright that it hurts the eye and which makes sunspots dance all around the room. Oh, that one, obviously. Heaven's juice. Which would you rather be? Liked, trusted, feared, envied, imitated, or praised? Definitely not those. Liked or trusted. Liked is kind of surface level, but trusted sounds like a lot of pressure. So I'm just gonna say liked. If you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you? Oh, cat for sure. Toad or owl? Yeah, cat, 100%. I have 2 cats, like obviously. Ginger cat, white cat, Siamese cat, tabby cat, black cat. This would be a really hard decision realistically, but I'm gonna pick tabby because I have 2 orange tabbies. Left or right, choose one. I'm gonna pick right. I don't know why, it just feels right. Feels right. Makes sense. The sorting hat is ready to make its decision. That's what I was talking about. This hat can talk and this hat can sing. Gryffindor. So I would be with Hermione and Ron and Harry, but I don't think he's actually supposed to be in Gryffindor. Okay, cool. So I'm a Gryffindor. I thought it was gonna be more based on my personality and not just based on randomness, but it was fun nonetheless. I like that. Bye.